Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Xbox delivered their developer direct, showcasing some of their upcoming games, to give us details, including the much anticipated Fable game. Now while there is so much to be said about all of the games shown off, you can watch this online and get new details about Fable, Forza Horizon 6, Clint, and a new entry by Game Freak of Pokemon fame with their Beast of Reincarnation game, which looks amazing. ARG Raiders have uploaded their roadmap for 2026 after such a successful 2025, and it is stacked with content. Each month until April, which as far as the roadmap goes, has listed everything being added. February to April, including January, which is already obviously halfway through the month, we'll see things such as a new map conditions, new arc threats, map updates, a totally new map, new expedition windows and more. So again, you can see this full roadmap online now. Fans of Dark Souls 2 will be happy to know that the online Dark Souls 2 community have named February 26th, today, to March 13th as the 2-week period for the planned Return to Drangleic community event. This is essentially just a community event to get people to replay the game and maybe even get a few people to take their first steps in Majula as well. And finally, it appears that a Rayman 30th edition anniversary will be getting released soon. Users online have noticed that the Australian Classification Board have given a G rating, or a U for anyone over here in the UK, to a 30th anniversary edition of Rayman. Now there's been no official news regarding this, but it seems pretty set in stone now. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Highguard, the final game reveal from the Game Awards that went radio silent until this week, has finally launched, hitting over 97,000 concurrent players on PC. However, on the downside of this, the game also has amassed a mostly negative review, with just 33% of all Steam reviews being positive. Criticisms of the game include the map size and the 3v3 format the game uses. However, let's stick with Highguard, and Respawn Entertainment have revealed a full content map for the game's updates, including the months they will release, and this content plan goes all the way up until December this year. That's right, a full year roadmap. Now these updates, which are being called episodes, include things such as new wardens, aka the player characters, new maps, ranked mode, new weapons, new mounts and more. You can find the full roadmap online as there is just way too much on it to cover here. And let me know below, what do you think of Highguard so far? Have you tried it out? Does it take your interest? Have you played it and you did like it, you don't like it? Let me know. Reports suggest that Sony is planning a PlayStation State of Play for this February. Now there's been no official confirmation or any hints at what games could feature, but the rumblings suggest that something could be happening, and Sony have held a State of Play in February every year since 2021. So time will tell if this is true. And finally, did Walmart accidentally leak 2 new games arriving to the Nintendo Switch online service? Well, if their marketing material is to be believed, then it appears that Pikmin 2 and Metroid Prime 2 are both coming to the service. Now both of these games being GameCube games, that means they will only be available on Switch 2 devices, but neither of these games have been revealed or confirmed to be coming to the service by Nintendo. But with the marketing material out there, it seems pretty set in stone. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. The PlayStation Plus games for February have been revealed. The 4 games coming to the service for players to add to their library are Undisputed, Subnautica Below Zero, Ultros, and Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. These will be available February 3rd, and there's a mixture here, so hopefully everyone will find at least one thing to their liking. It feels like every week we talk about the rumoured Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake for one reason or another, and apparently today isn't any different. Now, an unreleased statue of protagonist Edward Kenway has been discovered. The statue features the character sitting atop a treasure chest with a pirate ship wheel and a flag featuring the logo of the game behind him. Now this could be absolutely nothing, and maybe people are just clawing at straws now, but new evidence of the game's existence just keeps popping up. Fallout 76 is available for free for all platforms until February 4th to go alongside the final episodes of the Fallout Season 2 TV show. Now the game has been made free to play a few times before for limited times, So if you've never tried it then, or maybe you're new to the franchise and want to give it a go after seeing the show, what better time than now? And finally, one of last year's most highly rated games, Dispatch, is releasing on Switch devices this week. However, unlike the PlayStation 5 and PC versions of the game, the Switch versions have been censored. The game itself features a toggle to allow players to censor things such as nudity. However, due to Nintendo's guidelines, this toggle must remain on, meaning all nudity and things such as sexual noises and swearing have been censored to allow it to release. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Pearl Abyss has shown off new details and features of one of my most anticipated games of this year, Crimson Desert. In a 15-minute video, the developer revealed news such as the fact the game features 2 more playable characters besides the main protagonist named Cliff, who we've seen plenty of. These new characters are a female warrior with a sword and pistol, and a male tank with an arm cannon and axe. We now also know that they will use a missile-firing mech. Who would have known? You can see the full 15-minute video online for even more details. Ubisoft creative director Forzi Mesmer has confirmed that somehow Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in active development. Now this news boggles my mind since this game was first revealed in 2008 and then revealed in 2017. Despite the recent game cancellations Ubisoft have just done, somehow this game is still alive and kicking. And truly at this point, I don't know how. So let me know below if you're still looking forward to this game, or if you've totally lost any hype or interest. Nintendo has put the blame on Ad Hoc, the developer of Dispatch, that was released on Switch devices this week, for the censorship we spoke about on this channel a few days ago. Now previously stated things such as nudity, sexual sounds and swearing have been censored. Nintendo have stated that they don't make changes to partners' content, they just inform partners that their content doesn't meet the guidelines for release. And finally, Borderlands 4 was delayed by Gearbox Studios just days before its release on Switch 2 last year. Well, Gearbox have just released a content roadmap for the game for this year, which notably doesn't include a Switch 2 version of the game being released. So when the port is coming out, still remains a mystery. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Valve is getting sued in the UK in a £656 million lawsuit over Steam. The lawsuit claims that Valve have shut out competition through Steam by means such as price parity clauses on developers and publishers to stop them selling their games and DLCs on rival platforms. The lawsuit would further go on to state that Valve has stopped consumers buying DLC for games elsewhere, restricting the market as well. It'd be interesting to see how this plays out, but the UK Competition Appeal Tribunal have now ruled that the lawsuit may proceed, so time will tell. Grounded 2 has just received its first major update. Called the Toxic Tangle, this update expands the Brook Hollow Park map by adding a new garden, more bugs, and more items that can be crafted. Within the new garden, players will find a new pumpkin patch, carrot jungle, and more labs. Players will now also have access to a new ladybug buggy to explore the world, which comes with a water cannon. While rumours have been rampant over a new DLC for The Witcher 3, CG Projekt Red have announced a new Witcher game, but it's probably not what you expect. Reigns, The Witcher, is an animated, narrative-driven game releasing on mobile, PC and Mac. iOS has it listed for $6 and it has a release date of February 25th. So if you need a little Witcher fix, this might just tide you over until we get some definitive news on that new Witcher 3 DLC. And finally, let's move on to Minecraft, which is getting a new crossover, this time adding Bluey to the game. The upcoming DLC, called Bluey's House, allows players to visit the Healer House where they can meet Bluey, Bingo and their parents. The DLC will let players look for hidden keys in the house to unlock more rooms, while playing minigames inspired by the TV show. This DLC drops in just a few days on February 5th on the Minecraft Marketplace. That was your 3 Minute Gaming News. We'll see you tomorrow.